The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As you can clearly see, there's a few arranged to form a table. You know, a table with lots of spaces in between it. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready?
I don't know why I just went with Toad, but you know what? It works.
Ta-da! Ooh!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like a little cat. As you can see, the whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. As you can see.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with a mouthful. Oh, I'm sorry. And has already managed to get icing on her face. That's not icing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. Oh God, I wonder if she made it herself. Oh God, this is really good. Oh, thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe! But not for you, dummy!
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know, this wall over here looks really nice. And my hair is really silky soft if you'd like to touch it, you know. Yeah.
I believe you, you cutie. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
Well, honestly, I was dragged here by Sayori against my will. Probably illegal to do that, but you know, I'm just gonna go with it. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori, even though I already did tell her. Scratch that. I'm gonna change what I just said to you. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
All right. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? you could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. You know, like your member. I'd love to personally enjoy it and make something special out of it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting into the romantic mood of Valentine's Day. I'm sorry. And I'm also not sorry.
And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way, or it just might be the fact that I'm secretly murdering everybody in the club, just like I'm gonna do to you. You can't run. You can't hide.
Oh.
Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club after we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. MONIKA must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Daddy, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have any good way of answering that. Manga, mangoes, mango. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Would you like to do that with something else? No?
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
So Yuri's gonna be the really quiet one that you can barely understand half the time?
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me.
Yeah, see, just like that. You guys are barely gonna be able to hear it.
And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at that minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world if only for a brief moment.
Ah! I hate horror!
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
All these voices are getting so confusing.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
Well, what? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called
Don't say it out loud! And give me that back!
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. One hand on her shoulders, the other one gently caressing her sweet, supple buttocks. She lifts and gives it a little pat. Natsuki lets out a little yelp.
Oh!
Sorry, I'm really trying to paint the picture for you guys, because they aren't showing that. Sorry. See? That yelp right there. She just bounced. Yep.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I think I just peed.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Except for this music. Still going on in the classroom. It's not exactly silence, it's just, us not talking to each other.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at MONIKA.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, a nice, big, throbbing member, I'm sorry, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Daddy? Daddy?
MONIKA smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Nobody has touched my member yet. Okay? 4 girls, not one has touched it. I came to this club for a reason. It hasn't happened. Oh, now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry. I thought... Daddy... Daddy...
Woo! I am glad that you gave me the idea for the name Daddy. Oh my god, this makes it so much better. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when there's so many anime titties in my face? I can't think clearly. I can't do it, Mr. Krabs. Don't you see? Titties. Oh. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful titties, girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, careful. It might explode.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Ah, stop doing that, Monika.
And that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Daddy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Phrasing. Okay. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Anxiety is what I call my member. His name is Anxiety. And I can feel him welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Daddy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Monika is the best. I mean, Monika is the one that's giving me all the innuendos. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
All right. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. We're already here. The classroom is literally right behind me. We step outside the club room. We're home. We're there. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. You know, all 4 steps. Each step was a different girl. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me, and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.